Begin the 4 o'clock with a breaking news update. A shooting at a suburban grocery store in the middle of the morning.
It was at a Mariano's, an employee shot.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future content. Chicago, Illinois, affectionately known as Chi-Town, is located on Lake Michigan. This windy city is among the largest cities in the United States and is known for its jaw-dropping architecture, vibrant music scene, amazing food, and iconic neighborhoods. As beautiful as Chicago is, like most large cities, the crime rate is off the chain. But when a young woman is brutally murdered while at work on the city's west side, even the most seasoned detectives were taken aback. 21-year-old Jailene Flores was beautiful, smart, and truly one of the kindest people that you would ever meet. She was a very hard worker. She always kept a job, and when she wasn't working, she spent time with family. Family meant everything to her. Jailene was in what I would call a friendship situationship with 21-year-old Armani Henry. The pair met in school and began dating after they started working together at a nursing home. Although some news outlets report that Jailene and Armani were in a relationship, her family believed that the two were just close friends. Whether they considered themselves official or not is unknown, but what was apparent to everyone involved was Armani's complete obsession over Jailene. I mean, she liked him and she felt like he was a cool guy, but she never had those deep love feelings for him. However, on the other hand, Armani became obsessed and was in complete lust with Jailene right away. He wanted her to be his and only his. By April of 2023, Armani's obsession over Jailene had become too much for her to handle. She knew it wasn't healthy, and she knew she had to get away. But every time she tried to break off communication with him, he would threaten her family. So she filed an order of protection. After the order of protection was filed, things seemed to calm down a little bit. And as the months went on, Jailene figured Armani had finally moved on with his life. Until July 10th of 2023, when Jailene's brother found AirTags inside of her car. And AirTags are basically a tracking device. When he scanned the AirTags, he learned that the last 4 digits of the owner's telephone number matched Armani's number. When Jailene's brother removed the AirTags from her vehicle, it sent Armani into a downward spiral, and he started with the phone calls and the text messages all throughout the day and night. 2 days later, on July 12th of 2023, Armani went to Mariano's where Jailene worked, and he confronted her about the removal of the AirTags from her vehicle. Jailene was completely distraught by the confrontation, and she told her family about it. She knew at that very moment that she was dealing with a real-life fatal attraction. With Armani popping up at her job and texting her up to 124 times a day, she decided that after work on July 13th, she was going back down to the courthouse again to file a restraining order. Hopefully, this time it would be served. But unfortunately, she never got that chance.
Mariano's employee was shot and killed inside a store.
Police caught the alleged shooter quickly, and they say he knew and targeted the victim. WGN's Gaynor Hall live in Evergreen Park with the latest on what happened. Gaynor.
Yeah, Ben and Lourdes, police say the 21-year-old woman who was shot and killed was a Mariano store employee, shot and killed by her boyfriend inside the store. And investigators were able to quickly track him down because of a previous domestic incident.
We got a ticket of shots fired at the Mariano's in Evergreen Park, 95th and Rockwell.
It came in as an active shooter call inside the grocery store just after 9 o'clock this morning. Customers heard several loud bangs, many evacuating the building.
At first, everything was fine, and then everybody just ended up outside the store. As soon as I'm about to get out the car and walk in, everybody was kind of a little frantic in the parking lot.
We cautiously, approached and entered immediately based on the information that we had.
When police arrived, the gunman was gone. Evergreen Park's police chief says surveillance video inside the store showed the victim walking away from him. She was shot multiple times, found dead in a back storage room. Police were able to locate the shooter after pulling a police report from a previous domestic incident involving the couple when she was working at the Amazon Fresh store in Oak Lawn.
We got the information of the possible suspect involved in this as her boyfriend with a description of his car and license plate.
Using license plate readers, Chicago police found the car, taking him into custody 25 miles away from the store in Edgewater on the north side. Police say he had a gun.
It was just a really sad situation, and I feel bad for it.
A Mariano spokesperson says they're cooperating with the investigation in a statement offering thoughts, prayers, and support to everyone affected, along with counseling services for associates. And the store remains closed for the day. Police say a woman sprained her ankle while running out of the building, but other than that, no other injuries were reported. Reporting live from Evergreen Park, Gaynor Hall, WGN News.
Police say Jailene was shot multiple times in the head and body. Armani was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. During his bond hearing, his family spoke candidly about his mental health.
An emotional Henry Neal leaves bond court this afternoon after a Cook County judge denies his grandson, Armani Henry, bail a day after the 21-year-old is accused of fatally shooting his girlfriend at the Evergreen Park Mariano's where she worked.
We love him so much. We tried our best to work with him, and although he had issues, but he was a good kid.
Armani Henry was charged with first-degree murder for allegedly shooting 21-year-old Jailene Flores to death inside a grocery store storage room. She had been shot multiple times. Store surveillance video captured the suspect arriving at and then entering the grocery store. Friends say the victim and suspect met in school and became friends. They also worked together at a nursing home in Oaklawn earlier this year. In court, prosecutors say after the suspect had confronted Flores several times, in April of this year, Flores got an order of protection against Henry, but the emergency order that was issued was never served and expired. Armani's family says he has a mental health issue and doesn't know how he managed to get his hands on a gun.
He never expressed to me. They called each other best friends. And I seen them together about 2 weeks ago.
After the murder, Henry was eventually taken into custody when a license plate reader picked up the location of his red Ford Focus. A 9mm handgun was recovered from his vehicle.
My thing is this, and this is just my personal opinion. His family knew he had mental health issues. Why were they not more watchful of him and the things that he was doing? Now I understand at this point he was a grown man, but based on Armani's social media accounts, he had been posting pictures of guns since he was 12, 13 years old. I mean, don't show up to a bond hearing saying your grandson was a good kid, sir. Where were you when he was texting and calling this young lady hundreds of times throughout the day? It's just truly ridiculous. My heart goes out to Jailene's family, friends, her loved ones, and all who were affected by this tragedy. Deciding to distance yourself from someone should never, ever cost you your life. If you are in a domestic abuse relationship, create an out plan and use the quickest, safest way possible to get out. And once you're out, do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life. As always, loves, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for future content.